What's up, love bugs? It is Jordan heading back with another episode of Big Girl Diary. It has been a minute, and I just want to say that I am excited to be here again. Today, I want to talk about the mental health crisis. Y'all, it's that time of year. It's that time of, it's getting colder outside. Daylight saving is going on. It's really that time of the year where it's, some people are having struggles. Some people are stressed out. But I feel like it's more than before. Like, the stress is really like worse than it has ever been, and I feel like it's because so much is changing in the world, and I feel like it got to the point where it's like, didn't nobody really want to talk about mental health, but I feel like it got to the point where people were like, dang, like, I'm really sad, I'm really stressed out, and I don't know what to do. So honestly, I want to make this podcast about helping people out when you feel like you're feeling like an overwhelming sense of stress and you don't know what to do. Because we all have that moments, like even the most brightest of people, aka me, I'm just playing, but even the most brightest of people have trouble with mental health, and I just want to go over some things that can help us better cope and better be okay. So first I want to start with, we're not always gonna be happy, okay? Like, it's always gonna be something to stress about. Like, you're never gonna get to a point in your life where everything is just going to be perfect. Like, nothing is ever going to just be perfect. You're always going to have something in your life that is bothering you. You're always going to go through something. Everything is always happening. So I feel like we just need to get to a point where we are not only comfortable with stress, but we are familiar with stress. We are okay with stress. I feel like stress is not a bad thing. Like, I feel like we automatically assume, oh, I'm stressed out, oh, I'm going through it, it's the end of the world, I'm not a good person, like, my life is over. No, there's going to be times where you are stressed. There's going to be times where you do feel like this is not where I want to be right now. This is not what I want to do. This is not so I feel like we just need to be okay. Like, it's okay to not be okay. But what isn't okay is like acting in an unhealthy way. And honestly, I feel like what can better help us with stress is self-care. Like, not just maintenance self-care. I feel like everybody, go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go buy this. I feel like that is self-care too, but self-care is also mental. Like, when was the last time you went on a nature walk? When was the last time you had a good Bible session, a good prayer session? When was the last time you had a good journaling session? I feel like taking care of your insides is just as much as taking care of your outsides, because guys, life is spiritual. Like, we're going through things in the spirit every day, and if you're not taking care of your spirit, then it's like, it don't matter how you look on the outside, baby. It don't matter. So the one way I take care of my spirit is working out. Like, I saw this TikTok where this girl was like, if you sad, go work out. If you depressed, go work out. If you going through something, go work out. I feel like going to work out, that really helps you in a positive way. Also, I feel like journaling. People be like, oh, I'm not a writer, I'm not a person that writes. But journaling, that really is a way that people you can really talk to somebody. Sometimes we just don't have the voice to talk. Like, we really don't want to talk. Like, sometimes you just get to a point where you're tired of talking. But when you're tired of talking, just write it down. Write it down, baby. Write it down. I also feel like we need to let go of things we have no control over. Let's not worry about things that we can't change even if we wanted to. I feel like that is another reason that this whole mental health epidemic has started, because we worry about things that we have no control over all the time, like this election, for example. We have control over it, but like, who knows what's really happening? Like really, we put in our vote and stuff, but really, who knows what's really happening? And then some of the votes get lost. Like, come on now. Like, come on now. But that's just to say that, like, once we let go of things that we can't control, or we let go of things that are not in our that's not in our control. I don't know what better way to say this. Like, I feel like that is when, and it's hard. It's really hard to, because it's like, as people, we want to, like, have a plan for everything and do things the way we want them, but that's just not how life works. And I feel like once we realize that, and once we let go of things we can't change, we can be more happier. Another thing I feel like that can improve one's mental health is taking breaks. You know, some people think that, oh, if I take a break, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If I take a break, I'm not going to be where I want to be. But taking breaks is really a way for you to just really, like, enjoy life. Like, life is to be lived. Like people on social media will have you thinking that life is just about working and then obtaining these material things, but life is to be lived. Life is about moments and feelings and sharing and loving. You know, take a break from social media, take a break from studying. And if you really work out a lot, take a break from working out. Take a break from the hard things in life. Like, life doesn't have to be hard. Like, some people make you think like, oh, I got it out the mud. Like, I got it out the mud. You know, I had to work my butt off. Work. Like, I saw this TikTok, because it always come back to TikTok, y'all. I don't care. I saw this TikTok where Donald Trump was like, oh, the way to, defeat depression or get away from depression is work hard. Like, you don't have time to be depressed, baby. And that's the biggest lie he done told out his mouth, baby. It don't matter how hard you work. If you stressing yourself out, if you're burning out, you're not even gonna have the energy to work. Like, life is not about working, y'all. It's not. I promise you it's not. Like, the world make you think life is about working, but no, life is not about working, especially if it's at the price of your mental health. And another thing I want to do is, don't be afraid to switch it up. Like, switch up your routine, switch up your eating habits. Like I said, when it comes to being stressed and this mental health epidemic that we're going through, I feel like it's a lack of awareness. Like, we don't know what it takes to really, like, take care of ourselves on the inside. Like, we can look up how to maintenance our hair, maintenance our nails. We can look up a whole bunch of stuff about how to maintenance our outside. But when it comes to our inside, it's like, don't nobody know. Like, don't nobody know what to do. Don't nobody know. Like, everybody just, and I feel like some people have this thing where it's like, let's just keep going. Let's just not act like this happened. Let's just keep going. Let's just deal with it. Let's just go through it. And it's like, that's why we're at where we're at now. Everybody's stressed out, chaotic, low vibrational and stuff, because we have this mentality of we're just gonna keep going. But no, sometimes sometimes we do need to stop, and we need to think, and we just need to breathe. And that's another thing, how to manage stress in this mental health epidemic: meditation and breathing. Sometimes you just need to sit somewhere and just breathe. Like, don't be afraid to sit with yourself and just breathe, because you will never know how relaxed you will feel. And just taking breaks, like, don't let nobody push you over your limit. And I feel like we are our worst enemies. Like, we feel like if we take a break, we not gonna be good enough, or we feel like if we take a break, our life is over. But that is so not true, y'all. That is so not true. Like, you can take a break and still be successful, okay? And then be surrounded by love, y'all. Like, love on yourself, love on other people. Like, you have to be a blessing to get a blessing. Be a blessing to somebody. Tell somebody they're beautiful. Give somebody a compliment. Go hug your best friend. Go apologize to that person. Go do the right thing. At the end of the day, if you're doing the right things and you're being a good person, you know, God is gonna help you. You're gonna find peace in that. And I just want to say that I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful November. This November, we are definitely staying prayed up. We're definitely staying energized, and we are definitely doing what God is telling us to do. And I pray that y'all have a happy, happy Thanksgiving. And this is the end of the podcast episode. This podcast episode is not going to be long, because I just want to, I just feel like it's really that time of the year, especially for college students. Like, it's the end of the semester. It's about to be a new year. And I just want to tell everybody to finish strong. Like, I'm telling myself this too. Finish strong. Like, my professor told me, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And see you later, love bugs. Bye.